Hello students, welcome back to English class. Let's discuss fifth stanza of poem A Roadside Stand. In previous video, four stanzas have already been discussed and we learned that a roadside stand is run by the rustic owner who wants financial support from city people, and so he offers them vegetables, berries and refreshments so that passerby stop there for a while and get refreshment because he needs some financial support from city people. Now next, sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish lodging in vain. Here, childish lodging. Childish lodging means the lodging, the desire of getting city money from city folk. Sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear. The poet here feels pain to observe that village people wait for the city people to come to their shed, but it is childish lodging. Childish lodging means dreams and aspirations and desires of a child. That desires may or may not be fulfilled. Similarly, their wait for city people to stop at stand and help them with cash has been referred here childish lodging, as it may never be fulfilled. The sadness that lurks near the open window there. The window of the renovated shed has a sad appearance. It gives a sad look, as they always, the people or the owner, rustic owner of the shed, always sitting in the window praying for the passers-by to stop for refreshment. They wait for the city people to stop there. What else they wait? That waits all day in almost open prayer for the squeal of brakes and sound of a stopping car, of all the thousand selfish cars that pass. They wait for the loud shrieks of brakes and the sound of a stopping car. It raises their hope for getting some money from city people, but eventually it is hopeless. They pass speedily in the selfish cars. City people pass speedily from them sitting in the luxurious car. Here, term selfish cars is a figure of speech used here is transferred epithet, as in previous videos I have explained transferred epithet, which means an adjective which is used with wrong noun. Here, selfish is used with cars. That is wrong noun. Selfish adjective usually used with human beings. Selfish nature, selfish man, self-centered man, but here used with cars. So it is transferred epithet. The modern man, being selfish and self-centered, not paying any attention over their fellow beings, and same the city people here, they do not care to stop and remove the pains and suffering of people. Next stranger, just want to enquire yes, now next stanza, just want to enquire what a farmer's price are, and one did stop but only to plough up grass, in using the yard to back and turn around, and another to ask the way to where it was bound. However, the selfish city people do not stop at the roadside stand, but if rustic owner's wish has been granted, however, they do not stop there, but once rustic owner's wish has been granted and one car stops there. But it does not stop there to enquire about the products of the farmer, but to use the yard for turning their car, not to ask the farmer price, but using the yard to back and turn around. The grass of the yard has been trodden by that car, and one more car stops there just to ask the direction of his destination, ask the way to where it was bound. He was asking about the path, where does it lead, while the next stopper by halts, stops there to buy a gallon of gas, another to ask could they sell it a gallon of gas. They couldn't this closely, they had none, didn't it see? And another passers-by stops there to buy a gallon of gas or fuel. Really, it is very painful to the simple rustic owner, as he is asked for a product about gas or about fuel that is not available on the stand. Here, villagers at the roadside stand show their anger grossly, and infuriated at the ignorance of the city people, for they can't observe, they had none. They can't observe the farmer sells only vegetables and fruits, not gas. Here, the poet wants to mention the indifferent attitude of upper class people. Now, next stanza and the last stanza, where the poet has different view and a message for the common people, message for the readers. No, in country money, the country scale of gain, the requisite lift of spirit has never been found, or so the voice of the country seems to complain. Here the poet regrets that the poor villagers have not made any progress. Country money refers to country resources in the village. And what is the country resources? That is only farming, land and farming. Country scale of gain. Scale of gain means progress in village. The villager's life is dependent upon the only one resource, that is land, and there cannot be found any prosperity and affluency because of that limited resources. So, requisite lift of spirit has never been found. So, their spirits have not been lifted, means their load has not been improved. or so the voice of the country seems to complain. In this way, the voice of the country or country folk seems to complain of their backwardness. What is the complaint? Complaint of their backwardness. In the last four lines, that is very important, and a different view of the poet when poet wants to relieve the villagers from their pain. I can't help owning the great relief it would be to put these people at one stroke out of their pain, and then next day as I come back into sane, I wonder how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently out of pain. I can't help owning the great relief it would be. Here the poet laments over the thought of backwardness in village and wishes that great relief measures should be adopted and the miseries and sufferings of the poor rustics should come to an end in one go, at one stroke. They should get great relief. But and the next day as I come back into senses, the next day when he comes to his senses, he observes that his wishes his wish had no stand. It is impractical. How it is possible that they could get relief in one go, in one stroke? He feels deep concern for the villagers and wants that some serious steps must be taken to reduce their pain. I wonder how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently out of my pain. How out of their pain? Both for the villagers and for himself, poet wishes that they should get out of their pain. The gentle steps should be taken by government and by the man himself. Here the poet urges the man, advises the man that man is the maker of his own fate. With great determination and perseverance, he can change his fate and he can change his life. So here the poem A Roadside Stand, its explanation has been completed.